I've never known what it's like to be loved or to truly love
That's right.
because I've never came from an environment like that. She said something roughly around there too, right? If all they do is come from broken families, broken homes, and broken relationships, there's no wonder why the relationships that they're carrying don't seem to work. And furthermore, they're the first to leave and how they respond to those things. So instead of just forcing them to change that, there are so many people, the way they live, the way they behave is all predicated on stuff that they've just seen for so long. And that's all they know. Like people who have come from broken families and broken homes, divorced parents. It was a show I was watching, man. I don't know if y'all have watched How to Get Away with Murder. There was something that was so striking to me that was said in one of the episodes. One of the girls who is dating one of the characters, she runs into the bathroom after he tells her he loves her, and she's stunned. She doesn't know how to respond to this. And so she runs into the bathroom. She's talking to the other character, one of the other female characters in there. And she explains what just happened. And she asks him, well, do you love him? And she's like, I don't know. I've never known what it's like to be loved or to truly love
That's right.
because I've never came from an environment like that. She said something roughly around there too, right? And the same character had an engagement earlier on in the show that broke off. And so she says, I think I loved the thought of Aiden being the person she was engaged to in the show, but I didn't think I actually loved it. So I was just thinking through that for a minute, man, and it got me into a space where I was thinking, man, how many people are just in a rhythm of life where their behaviors are just mimicking all they know because it's just simply where they come from.
A lot.
And so, yeah, and that's a good point, a lot, right? And so when I think of things in terms of relationships, when I think of things like building relationships, and I'm not just talking romantic, I'm talking friendships, I'm talking all those kinds of things, right? Business, workplace, all that. There has to be a willingness to understand people from where they come from, because how they respond to things isn't random. And I think there's a space to understand where somebody comes from. There's a space to analyze and see all the stuff that they're going through and how they respond. And we have to be careful with how we approach people like that too. So if you're a believer on here, right, it just doesn't benefit us to just yell through a screen, through a mic, through a podium, to carry any kind of vitriol in our manner of approach by just simply telling people this isn't how they should think. Well, if it's all they've seen and all they know, of course, we're not giving the green light to that. But how about we give them some kind of applicability to walk through that instead of just yelling and screaming at the top of our lungs to change? And there's no willingness to be a helping hand in giving that change. It's just difficult. If all they do is come from broken families, broken homes, and broken relationships, there's no wonder why the relationships that they're carrying don't seem to work. And furthermore, they're the first to leave and how they respond to those things. So instead of just forcing them to change that, like let's help them understand some roots to it so we can kind of help digest with it. This is why I say Rod Wave is a very relatable artist in today's society, because he's good at just rapping to you the pain you're feeling. He's good at packaging that. Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Right? Who ain't singing that? Mama said it's my fault. It's my fault. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, who ain't singing that? Right? So it's like he's really good at packaging that, but he's not helping you through that. He's just giving you a rhythm to calmly ride those waves. I mean, you're not transforming anything, you're not changing, you're not getting direction, you're not getting help. He's just giving you a nice little bed and pillow to lay in as you continuously deal with these repetitive cycles. So instead of just coping with it, let's look to help one another get out of it. And I think that is where a lot of the change comes. But when it comes to our thinking, we have to be slower to frustration and impatience with people who are consistently repeating behaviors because it's all they've seen and all they know. We have to be slower to that and more willing to understand why they do it. And then furthermore, be in some kind of position to give a helping hand to those individuals who are struggling there, because yelling at them doesn't change anything. It just doesn't. Hey, listen, if you stuck to the end of this from the bottom of my heart, thank you oh so much. If you want to hear more of these kinds of conversations in this format, please check the description below. There you will find a link to sign up for a Maverick membership. This is where the Truth Project sessions go down every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, where you can be a part of conversations just like the one I shared in this video. Your worldview is welcome, no matter what worldview you come from, and we're all there pursuing one goal: truth. Check the link in the description, sign up, 3 days for free. After that, it's $9.99 a month, but you'll get your money's worth and then some. I'll see you over there, and until next time, be easy and be breezy, my friend. Peace.